The phone rang late, too late for good news. I almost didn't answer, but something in my gut told me to pick up. The voice on the other end was sharp, urgent. "Lock your doors. Hide. We're on our way." That was it. No explanation. No time for questions. Just panic curling around my throat like a fist. And then, before I could move, I heard it. A soft scraping sound at the back door. Metal against metal. Someone was picking the lock. My legs moved before I even thought about it. I bolted down the hall, throwing myself into the nearest room, flipping off the lights. My breath hitched. My pulse hammered so hard I swore whoever was outside could hear it. The lock should have clicked open easily. It was old, unreliable, barely more than a suggestion of security. But something must have caught, jammed just enough to slow him down. I could hear the muffled grunt of frustration. A small rattle as he tried again. A few seconds. That was all I had. Then, out of nowhere, the entire house flashed red and blue. Light exploded through my windows. A car screeched to a stop outside. Heavy boots thundered against the pavement. Then, one gunshot. Silence. When the cops stormed in, he had just managed to pry the door open. He turned, weapon in hand, too late. They tackled him, slammed him to the floor. He fought, struggling like a man who knew his life was over the second. Those sirens came wailing up the street. I didn't move. I barely breathed. I just stared at the open doorway, knowing I was seconds away from never seeing anything again. It took me hours to learn the full story. Earlier that night, across town, some drug dealer had been caught with enough product to bury him in prison for life. Desperate, he cut a deal. "I've got something bigger," he told them. He gave a name, an address, a plan. My name, my address, my murder. One of the officers recognized me from old reports. Complaints about my ex. The threats, the stalking. Nothing had ever come of them. No proof, no charges, just fear that had started to fade over time. Until now, that officer didn't wait. He didn't bother with protocol. He just picked up the phone and called me. And that call, those few seconds of warning, saved my life. I still don't know what made the police believe a junkie story, or why my door chose that exact moment to jam. All I know is that if even one thing had gone differently that night, I wouldn't be here.